This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Say ralio, say wekipino, say gala meet, just a ojini party no, ojini NPP no, I say moa. Na mwangasa mutina hona mo ya deal ya ana enhamo. Akwatia for pa inti Akwatia enimtia mudi bu Akwatia for pa. At this point, a young man or what Akwatia, we who say ende why ye a basin telemo afa a police assistant for 12,000. Omafa fire assistant for 5,000. A branch na mudi Steve no say mudi nabko aba and oda hutifie no. Sa semu ya okano oje se enu na wotie. A branch here or polia oba bewie. And the NDC are buying any apprenticeship program aba. A branch here where we university and the where university first year a government university and they went to your fees be for 1 year. Now ojina crowd no otiewa. Oje se asemu a wokan we ebema a branch na so no park or to aba ma. Okuyenina oye koko okuyenina sebio ende onya fertilizer ni free no aban ahye ne bo se koko bo no be nkakra tum amana kosoro ma no eye spraying machine aban na ama ne scholarship no sa akuyenini ni gina wono ohwewa ogi se sa akuyenini be so na pa se mekoto ma solo gala nti ene mwajimi ana. Don't you know where adina mu a year MPP mu a year na mu jimi abetesa adina mu a year adena party ba ko mu nipa awu a na mu jimi abete adentra MPP as a political party no se mu se obi awu a na mu jimi abete adentra mu pe yie mu pe enam hwe ta adentra mu pe funu sa obi yi ase na odi solo akogina o se solo gala enko akra enko hwe mine ne so o sa edi ekurobofo atam unim sa asama wo kana wo boa solo ko nkran ya onko hwe mine ni bia so. Mine in Bena Solo Kosheso. Gold board bang and a solo air Kosheso. Why na Ebema solo position one crying? A dear committee near the solo quartoso. Solo party wa a free abemu. Moya saying. After your mark can crowd the party no number ben or boa bemu. It I didn't want to know a Akwatia for him. A chat at Trotcher almost solo con crying. I kosha mine and so. A dear mine in a solo Kosheso. Mudi a part way since I'm told Jimmy Muno, Mudi Jimmy Asra, Mundi Munyansa, Mumbu Bia, Babia Mubajine Biano, Mumbuni Pagine, the level of Nipanyansa than it's him. Now Mujis Akwatia, a way Crasiana. Mujis Akwatia for my Jimmy. Mujis at the Echoes one crano, Ominim. Mujis Akwatia for Omotono, Omian Grass for, and Amubu Musamunko school. Because how can you even stand on stage, Akwatia? Now catch them say solo concra ko mine and so mine in the banner solo ko solo gala or mine and so akra inti enunti Akwatia for tuma solo no ko mine and so mo jimi now minima de mo hu ewe yem minim what it does to you people. I don't know what MPP de a year eyemo now tie hwade bi omkoye ende o. They got the opportunity and a year equals so Akwatia. Mahmoud Baumia to war. Nanado Danko Kufuado to war. A year MPP from Penifon Yamose, Omuna, Sebiomia MPP for. Namunya Akwenya. When Akwenya say, I was say, Moma a year Akwatia mine and say, Sa partia na Sebio Omodishia and Eskumi or Domino. Enya party a sebio omugina nkran ne mutete nkran enya party a sebio impenifo mu die nim no omo yankwasiafo omo nwene sebio ye de hia ansa ne de efata enya eneskumie yiase ene ekose kwase awu enya eneskumie yiase ene ekokire se sebio ye ne ye politicians o na sebio eye kumewufo mogi akwetiafo agimi o hwe more a lot of days to campaign. A year say any year we ye. Nipa bebre akoma eti. And eskumi no nye MPP for nkwa eskumi. And eskumi menoka say ya wonkofo mu ye NDC form wo kronim Ye won kofo a omo ye akwetiafo a na omo ndom MPP ndom NDC a na omo don se omo de hye Ernest Kumi oye akwetiani ba eni sende Ernest Kumi adani benkum so a enye Ernest Kumi yi ase a me ken sebio ne samanpo ete ho ehwe de ekoso no enye ho ena MPP kwaje Mike ekoka kire Ghana for say we aye now there time say obi kunu ewu sebio obi kunu a one ne te edampa ba akoso esori ebobra awo nkwara adani benkum so na oba no okunani no ete akonwam na sebio bema na wadani benkum so anase wewu no ne maame ebia otiase na otia akonwam na ebia ne papa tia akonwam na saa nipa na wato ne benkum so no ne bema ete akonwam etwa gyaadwo pain na die ne time say political party when nipa be sorry say mempene ma we mu maha all in the name say party e friend MPP for omo mu di ekire no omo sebio obi yawo eho no mo pese omo de kikire omo party ne ati ha na nsen na MPP ekọ asantememu otumfo eyiato otumfo ade ato nani eho na MPP for beka say aha ne ye be kikire ye party no the same thing and NDC for ekọ Akwatia sebio ye say obi a wotan no kura no sebio hu no we yiase a sebio e wo se wo de otan na wotan no to nchen ebi say obi yiase ne ye hu ayie enye obi yiase ene ye kire se ye gimi abete hwe MPP Ernest Kumi na oye dishia wa Akwatia ansa na ho join MPP Ernest Kumi onim NDC fo bebre wa Akwatia ye wa NDC fo bi omotoma Ernest Kumi ye onipa bi kura omon join MPP a omotoma Ernest Kumi enti se obi aba Ernest Kumi yiase na oye party foforo ni kura oye den a se wonim nyansa na oye political party a munim nyansa se munjimi na munye moama munye toilet mumwa what you do is for the respect for Ernest Kumi odo any obuo any oyawa ne yire efema otia konwam enunti it does not matter how you feel you suppress it because Ernest Kumi na yesia enya wo now Asiedu Nketia ne NDC for ekọ Ernest Kumi yiase hwe NPP for senka NDC for omo a omo bo Asiedu Nketia eni penifom ko e no man bo omo ho ban a anka NPP for eto share omo so like this is 2025 time na Ernest Kumi ehiamwa meti ye se Ernest Kumi sebio na kuma ne faili no nanka MPP nankasa eba ye nanka eti ebie regional hospital ewo Akwatia sebio nka Ernest Kumi nke beje ne nkwa but ende Asiedu Nketia ne NDC for so ekọ akoma eye oba sebio ni kunu atonu benkum so yakọ na MPP for sorry emumma omonumu kan omohu fin nipa bi mwa asori se omo ni NDC for no kontokwa why ye MPP for Ernest Kumi for kura busuafo aye din. This is what happened. A year say omo problem say I didn't NDC for be year na say unim say Messiah get me on say na almost saw obi atadiem because the NDC people so hwe krampa 1 or 2 people pen na omo identify omo say we NDC cool it is omo have an issue krampo with a yes say obi wo NDC flag guna ni ko mu a sebi o say NDC for ne ku no enya NDC for ne ku Ernest Kumi your videos are eye Akwatia fo ankasa enim se NPP fo ankasa ne ku Ernest Kumi your videos are Ernest Kumi abusuafo ankasa nim se eye NPP ne ku Ernest Kumi it is obi eba eyi na sia Ernest Kumi kura ne yire etia konwum no oni obi akontokwa Ernest Kumi sene ma metiase na ne papa tiase a Ernest Kumi papa wa sorry ni obi akontokwa se wo ye NDC nti member me ba na yiase Ernest Kumi yire One obi akontokwa say, oh yeah, NDC niti member me yasi. So what is this? These are MPP women are almost scarves. So you have a problem with somebody, Ebia Oshe NDC. Abra Wankasano, you have an MPP shirt on. And Eskumina or your MP for a Akwatia. Akwatia, your PPP for your CPP for your MPP, your NDC, your UP, your DND, Akwatia, na Eskumi or your Akwatia MP. The day Eskumi winning elections, no, na or your Akwatia MP, no, your MPP MP. Into where Jimmy Krana unimunyansa no. Nan so be gu anim. Ama wa seprekense say abankwan mu preku no na nka wo so wo dwene ka say we die ye ase MPP so mu hu funu a na omu ina monki na bre me ka kire wo say sankofo we so mu hu efunu a MPP hu efunu nipa wewu a na omu na monki ina monki adwe bi wo mu adwe ne mpe so me hu eyie say adwe na wo MPP mu no eti ehie pampan eti se ni pewu na a charge. And that is what we saw this afternoon ewa Akwatia. And this obi wa Akwatia na or a businessman na first no tax no tia obi wa Akwatia na a student na nde or university first year free obi wa Akwatia na nje ende assistant police na wenya bi ye obi wa Akwatia na abai policy bi wanya bi saa de wo ya wo ye na bema nipa na to etia NDC ana mebusa wo say on the second ne yakoto aba no saa nyoma we na bema Akwatia man na adane omo adwene etia NDC saa de we na be kira Akwatia for se mu MPP mu agimi mo nye party anipa betumi de nani atom so because ochina me papa be ye MPP ni a saa de we bi na mo be ye papa yi ase. You get what I mean? You see, security anomo handle Asiedu Nketia security anomo handle issues we. Senka security ni bi e boba we asuma. Anka the report anke be TV so no say NDC Asiedu Nketia the tax Akwatia akoboba. Ohun de na omo ye oba besia obo obi. And let me tell you, my man kind of credential. MPP for him say Akwatia election on be lose we a planned thing. MPP for no him say Asiedu Nketia ni NDC for be ye na say. Justin Koduamo and omo planning say so mu who say Asiedu Nketia mo ba they should cause that chaos. Wouldn't they say MPP for person my man chiro? They know say Akwatia for omo pempuntio. Akwatia for akasa say 8 years omo ni MPP try no omune sa aban tena mu se MPP bu omu kwasea se omu hwe impuntu ekokoso Ghana ha nyina omu so pebi Akwatiafo are ready so beto eti MPP. Now the MPP strategy nyina say they want to cause some chaos e Akwatia. Now ade omoma ma we ye no senka Asiedu Nketia na NDC bi tene nsa e boba bia like there will be so much chaos at the funeral grounds and ke ye no kombe kegum. Now the next plan they are having and some person here say because they know say at this point they cannot stop the elections na ebaso and they know the probability say omobe lose elections no so high no Monday the president will be going to Akwatia. Now they have a plan and I'm sending this message to the president of the republic. The ND's MPP from their leadership omo chairman to the general secretary to omo penfo no they have a plan, said they want to attack the president's convoy. The NPP, they want to attack John Mahama's convoy on Monday so that they will make sure that Akwatia Kronankasa election will never happen on Tuesday. And they have set some boys up, Galamsey boys CB. Some of them are going to be by the road. Some people are going to fly object to the president's convoy. In fact, President Bedrua, they have a plan to say, baby, a president echo commission because president onko campaign, oko commission DVLA building. Oma Jene say they want their Galamsey boys to be a omni solomo namono. they are going to hurt somebody. It's going to be chaotic. Omo pese ye tututuo ewa Akwatia. Send your beya on Tuesday election number so. And I'm sending this message to the president. Security on Akwatia on Monday should not be a joke. The NPP, they know they will lose the elections. Makachram say, when they are in opposition and they want power, they kill. And that is their only option. Mature the history of the NPP. And that is what they do. And they believe, say Monday, if they're able to attack the president's convoy or the president's security, they are able to breach it. It is going to send another warning whereby the security will coil in, and then on Tuesday, there will be no elections. So they are thinking of basically bringing a lot of chaos. Monday, the president is coming there. So if the president is thinking of half security, the president should enter Akwatia like he's entering a war zone. Mr. President, do not joke with this. Don't enter Akwatia as an ordinary place you are going every time. NPP, for what they plan to do is to go after your convoy. They want every single means beer to stop the elections. Now listen to NPP for leader in parliament. E yena si o ti asembia oka. E yena se eneskumi adani benkum so sebio eneskumi ewu na yerete wo etwe jadwo. Samusi eneskumi ya mo party mu ba. Mo dwene ne yire ne ma ho. If you are very compassionate, more something we call empathy. Eneskumi yiasia ne busuafo bom ni ana nsuo ba. Omumma eyemu hyehye omo. One yire eyemu hyehye no. Eyaw. NPP took that advantage to do the worst. See, Afenyoma can say a year at sea, yesie a year and exclusive yebesie and aha and yebechrem say ye Jimmy. I send this if no. Someone in Yansa, someone Akwatia, someone Junior, Anka Yenny enim say, and Nintina Yen Tamale no Yankono. Ain't come your party, ain't a year and if I done a rally. Anka NDC for no son Akwatia and common stand 2012. Naka 6 months miyako twaba. And a president Føøls U. May he so rest in peace. 2012. Naka bosumi nsia ni akotwaba. President Føøls U. NPP in 24 hours they started campaigning for the next elections. Na sanka president Føøls na was some Ghana. Uye no sebio akonya toye. Yeti kromwa Emma 2012 Føøls U NPP ko asantimemu ekoye party. Yehu enkofo a omabobo fundaka NPP chairman for eye party adaya atewu into election we die eye dia. 2012 near to Ghana. Afim nyoma kin yokwasea. NPP leadership no omu yankwasea for. They are very foolish people. Omu ni munyansa. They are not intelligent. Omu yese mwa. Their idea ni nyina say omu sabu Akwatia for so omu ejimi. 2012 President Føøls U in the 24 hours na Akufo-Addo was on the road campaigning. President Muawuye adani yanka say yema NDC ntoaso. Adani ama Joma Mahama ne vice no one toa at most 2 years so. Nanko we 2 years no nanka ya toa bankasa. And so sa next election no mama election nanko mo contested 2016 elections. I don't know one can say, sir, 2 years no, the next election about the money every say Føøls U, every say no tiabamu, no your president do ye, 82 years na kano, sir, a year 2012 to 2014 no. Sir 2012 elections no. I don't know one can say aka 6 months me akọ to abano de and the election no crampo de come on call. And so 2012 6 months to elections. Føøls U no mutumi koye campaign in less than 24 hours. And so ende kwasia opeso oye campaign inti. Ohun se eye akwetiafo ye nkwasiafo nti. Wakwagina akwetia na oka kire omo se ye ne yanko Tamale Central na NPP fo de omo agimi ade na NDC fo de omo edi echi ebeye de campaign wa ha eba be pre-seat no. 2012 at Føøls U there was wild jubilation in Kumasi. NPP headquarters. Omo party, NPP headquarters. 2012. It was recorded. Videos are there. 2012. Wild jubilation in Kumasi over Mel's death. Among for Boadu party was anti-memu. NPP 4 and yes anti-4 NPP 4 a party with NPP headquarters. Adanya, the president of the republic is dead. What's here for? And they were kwagina kwetia. Adentina eye Tamale City ni eja to Adentina NDC inja situation to the president in 2012, 6 months to elections, he died. The NPP as a political party, they had a party in Kumasi. Okomo office in Kumasi, they were jubilating. They were on the streets having carnivals. Adanya at Føøls U. In less than 24 hours, now Akufo-Addo was on the road doing campaign. Why? They needed that seat. They didn't care about how people were feeling. And even the NDC, they have not even shown anything per se. And Neskumi ewo na nyomo ya. Ye pe omo oma ye pa respect and Neskumi wa ye NDC. See how long it took for the NDC to even enter Akwatia to campaign. They wanted to give Neskumi Ebusuana that respect. From time Asiedu Nketia and also time MDC for started some campaign. Time NDC penifo you could see say they were reluctant. They wanted to give Akwatia for all the respect to mourn. And sana oma bane ye. But what are we seeing today? What we are seeing today in say NPP penifo akwaje mic and Nketia yas no muko pay vote. We yam chamwa. We mu omu yankwasiafo. Ebuakwa by election. Ebuakwa by elections are esiwe ebuakwa. Let me read this to you. Thank you very much, team. Ebuakwa by elections. Reasons. Tie. Ebuakwa by elections. Ebuakwa North by elections 2016. Reasons for boycott. The NDC decided not to contest the Ebuakwa North by elections in 2016 out of respect for the late member of parliament, J.B. Dankwa Edu, who was murdered. This decision was in line with a gentleman's agreement between Ghana's two main parties, the NDC and the New Patriotic Party, NPP, to not contest a seat when the sitting MP dies. 2016. 2016, after NPP for a coup JB Dankwa. After NPP for they murdered JB Dankwa. Ebe sinne NPP for nya platform ubiampombo JB Dankwa edudin wasuda. They murdered him. JB Dankwa gave Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo about $50 million of a campaign. But still the NPP as a political party, they murdered him. I'm the second one minimukuno. Ever seen the NDC, out of respect for the death and also out of respect to say, sa e wona brand Føøls U no NDC can say contested. This is not new. So if today the NDC is contesting Akwatia, the NDC has shown too much respect to MPP on several occasions. So why are you now turning this into a campaign story? You people murdered your own. Muku JB Dankwa. Muna muku no. Muye na muku ayedien John Kuma. Muna muku no. Munkwa siafuwe. Mu MPP. You murdered JB Dankwa and murdered John Kuma. Muku sanko fowe now because they were promising politicians. John Kuma should have been a presidential candidate in the NPP. Musheda emana confirm na muku no. Mu poison no. Ena muku no. John Kuma, you killed him. You murdered him. Mo poison John Kuma. Na yene asantifo bi ni yejimintra. Party adokuru ye mu bi yejimintra. And obekwa asantimemu ejoso na asantini ba gina ho e da ho support MPP. Omuku John Kuma sa confirm. Omuku ni sa ponche. But yemu asantifo de bia ese nwan. Party ne yade adokora ma ada ne se yemu bia ese nkwasiafo. Na nka wotena wo asantini wote adwuso. Wobebuta ho se na John Kuma no kwa na die ne man wu ye. Because John Kuma was on the campaign trail. JB Dankwa die ne ku no. And such a party today is still doing what they used to do. They are at their own funeral and omoya rally. Go to Ejuso. The NDC did not contest Ejuso seat out of the respect for John Kuma. Ejuso. The NDC stayed away from Ejuso seat. No, NDC did not contest. The NDC has always respected how people feel. The feelings of people, the NDC, they have respected it. Mon chamwa we nkwasiafo we ya, mo from NPP, mo hu fi. Mo mon kruwa nipa tantan, mo num tantan kasa tantan. Enim tia ni jimi. In chamwa, mo said bebia mo be gine bia efunu beto bia mo besa mo kekare. Daddy lumba uye, mo kekare. Tese mo de mo funu a asi awo mo lagatin. Mu funu a asi awo mo pepele black stick. Mo ni pepele black stick. I say mo say nyam nyan. E kire mo hu funu. Party baako a yete ye afi bia mu kuni pare. Afi bia mu kuni pa. John Kuma mu kuni wiye. NDC stayed away from that elections. Adentra because NDC omunye nyan. Intended say and as kumya to the benkum so na NDC for ba eye na yia eye dan na party parliament wa wudi parliamentarians nkwasiafo we nim no wo na wudi MP parliamentarians no you need to be sensible into mojin say saade we na mokeka wori yi na se no eno ene bema den eno na bema akwetiafo no ato ama MPP ana mumusa mo sa question no. Consistently, the NDC, they have set the pace every time. Hey, I'm going to show you because the records are there. We need to be showing this. What Jimmy Dodo? Ejuso. Get me the story, please. NDC stayed out of Ejuso. Mo de John Kuma ko sirem. Mo ba na mo be kan story ne kire ye senia John Kuma wuye. Mo na mo tena wuntumi radio so. E kire ye senia buku John Kuma. NDC opt out of Ejuso by-election to do what? To focus on winning the 2024 polls. John Kuma muku John Kuma wiye NDC Ejuso NDC uncontested sa city no. Because they were like, you know something, out of respect, there's a general elections. Let's all go and meet a general election. Where the monfa. And the afenyo can kwasi ampe nyina kojina Akwatia and hear the nonsense he's saying. Na kwasi bi atwena akana ipe na we die te say mu de mai say moa. How many times the NDC jai sitamamo? Every time you murder your own. Na na do danko ekufuado Kennedy Japan bawomia eye MPP fo nyina brand champon ebesi nne. From 2017 eye JB Dankwedu ya won sika ku no obi ambo ni dinda ewo MPP platform so besi nne. Nobody. There was never a day you the MPP you met as a group and mentioned JB Dankwedu's name. You cannot provide one video of you people recognizing JB Dankwedu in any of your meetings because you kill and you laugh about it. John Kuma, a promising politician, the moment he was mentioned behind the scenes that he was going to be a running mate for Bawumia, you took him to the north and you murdered him. Mukuni pase mwa. Now solo gala dia nehuya me mobo. Solo gala nehuya me mobo. The NPP is a killing machine. Now, Akwatia for me menti Akwatia. Me mpira konya. But dia me pen say Akwatia for me bunu. Akwatia mine. Akwatia for behu omoni so ade hunu. Your future is in your hands. Modachi edamunsem. abayewa bia anase abrantie bia we si so Akwatia okɔ school we wie school ope dwuma saa nkwara ni nyina omu future da mu nsem obi ani Ghana obetima ka kyerɛ me nde sɛ aban a etisu yi enya aban a edi mpuntuo ebre Ghana fo sɛ wo ma wo ho kwan na ka sɛ NDC aban we opɛ sɛ omudi mpuntuo brew na wo ma we ni da hɔ na oni omudi nsa wo so a there is no way aban we emfa mpuntuo ni mbrew ne ati krom ha and a by-election ebeto Asin North. Yenim the NDs NPP for koyeye. In 24 hours, na articulator grader DNDN edu kwanso. And at 11 p.m. no more ya kwine. Na nado dan kweku for the NPP for nyina kobo tent ewo Asin North. Almost swa kase ewo enkran nyina ko Asin North. A kwan no nim so muntumi nye omo ka kire omo so bo in 24 hours. Djuma dia omuntumi ndi omo ka kire Asin North for say omo be in 24 hours. All those years and NPP were power, they never thought of Asin North. They about election see omo tumi swa ka se won kran nyina any insupa won kran nyina eba Asin North. Omo bedu Asin North no, Asin North for ka kire omo say Sebio yanyan kwasiafo yemfa 24 hours enya kwan yemfa 48 hours enya asphalt yemfa 24 hours ensi school dying enti eya Asin North for eka kire NPP aban say even though ya to ma mo pen nanso yanyan kwasiafo biem party e kan okre party a pese wo se wabasa obeboa wo no entwa wotro anka by election we beto we na nka se NDC for eswa eye den eye excavators any graders nyina ba Akwatia no mo be te se de omo ya mo kwan nyina ama mo in 24 hours na nka se John Mahama Emma Minister of Roads ekokoye cut short cutting na o ka kira Akwatia fo nyina se mo kwan a asedi nyina ya be in 24 hours. Nanka ose John Mahama swan ministers nanka omukọ ho na omukọ ka say ye ba besi dey school dan enum this week ewa Akwatia enso NDC aban John Mahama aban NDC for never did that you know the crow because omu di no kure kire mo oma ka kire mo oman na ye kikire no nyansa ene no kure ene de kikire ene nti na ebesi nne ohun say aban daadaa obi wa Akwatia aban akofa excavator besi Akwatia so ye kwan aban emfa minister mbegina so obetwa ahomem aban kofa street light mbabo bebia because aban no so wote ase se de obetuma ya ma wo no ni nyina ne se ose nyina ya dwene ko bankurom na ye no ma ne ye yie na Akwatia man enya ho mfaso ene ti na NDC aban emba Akwatia metwa obi atro Monday John Mahama eba Akwatia no o meka nche so obeye kwan ochenechi eye dwumadi a wadi awie ena wo betwa no sanka DVLA sa office we enye ready anka John Mahama nko mba Akwatia anka odene den ne do ene nakoma pa ebe support elections no but John Mahama asma party mu nipa ma ba ho eye se ono aba na obekira Akwatia for se enye atro ene de kikire man John Mahama ne NDC embegina Akwatia nka nkire mo se obeye 18-inch asphalt into Muntuma no obeka kira Akwatia for se mo mma ene mo nananom adachi ene hia se ye beye aye ne yie se ye be che oman no ejapade mana so bia so de Akwatia for fata no a ewo den se ewo se ba no enye nde a eni se ye pre etwitwe ye se ema ye se de epomoja enti NDC embegina Akwatia Eme kanche say 24 hours obeye kwan NDC onye onka sanchira Akwatia for obeka no kura na chira Akwatia for say samoma eye MP a oye NDC ni no ebeye mu MP a eye akokwa a oben oni no oni na oye den odi abebesere senia John Mahama ebu Akwatia for a onim eye aba Akwatia for etoma no be president no samoma na MP a there is no way a obetumi twa MP neja. This is a clear-cut message. No, you can see the difference between NDC buying and MPP nkwasiafo we. Inti sawe Ghana nipa na Akwatia na obeto about china. Busa mo say adenti na mmerɛ bi na aban bi election si a ɛna ehu sɛ anadwo aban no yɛ kwan na yɛ den na de aban bi aba na yɛse ba election si na yɛhu sɛ enimanimu yɛ no aban no daadaeɛ ɛfiri sɛ aban na ɛyɛ NDC aban no ebu akotiaman NDC aban no ebu akotiafo ahemfo NDC aban no ɛde no korɛ ɛna ɛkyekyere man enti sɛ NDC aban ka sɛ ɔbɛyɛ kwan wɔ akotia ɔbɛyɛ akotia kwan yie ɔbɛ build akotia ɛnyɛ ba election wey na NDC for ɛbɛ daada akotiafo every say the onya keto obema no ono na kese da ne nsem a obebo bia ma wo it is upon akwetiafo it is upon you it is your decision you will have to go out there and choose your future you will have to go out there and make that decision that will protect wo ene wo mba ene wo nananom because at the end of the day aban we echere for 8 months yehu de AC wo Ghana ha. And Akwatia should be part of this bus. Akwatia should be part of this agenda. Akwatia should be part of a abanchichira ya didn't know kurechichiri. Enti, this is a decision up to mo as Akwatia for. A mo decision. Solo, onye na adwene se okotua akotena nkran. Solo, onye na adwene se okojina parliament awaka brofu. Solo onye na adwene se okojina nkran obi adwojo no. Solo pese otena Akwatia. Na sebi onadwuma nketenkete oye no okoso ye. Mamo ma solo nkoye de ompe. Uhwe solo a ogina ho a eye force na NPP for force no. Solo enya ne field na ogina no. Bebia solo gina no enye ho ena wo so ogina. Solo do Akwatia. Solo epe Akwatia. By solo nye politician. Solo enti de konase. Eye nipa bi ena de ko solo sha Akwatia so na ebeye edien ade bonni abesi Akwatia so. Momma de waye na adwene se obeboa Akwatia man no embo Akwatia man. NDC na wa ban mu. Impunto beba Akwatia eye NDC na de beba. This is raw politics. Odi ne kura kire Akwatia for. And sebio omo Akwatia no omani vrae hwa brantie composure respect eni die sebio yeka se obi etumi articulate obi ekasa esisi so na adwene endi ntentwa onim dia oka ena dia efe wo mu se obu nipa a one omo kasa. Enti sebio asama oka no ogina omanim emomo ehu se bebi ogina no eye no kore nti oka na wa kire bebi efiri we nipa sebio osuma ne so onko aban mu a de obeka kire no no saa asem na na odekọ na de ema asem no ya akono ema eye enika ne se utie nika semu a oye nipa bi a president oteso no onim ni pa yie oye nipa bi a party na odom no yenim ni wo mu pa yie enti onye nipa foforo na nipa hunu bi na yesuma ne se ko party ko parliament oye nipa bi a na okasa dadakora na ebem enti adenti na ye yakwetiafo na ye betena ho se yempe wei na yepe obi a sebio de okoye kora no onte ase. Solo onye politician ya ote politics as you. And you don't have to be a politician to understand politics. Na sebio ana se ade no unimu hu nyansa edin se ubedi ade no ebe ya ade bi mana boa wo. Solo nipa bi na ehye ne soma ne ye de oye no. Solo oda na dwoa oka kire ne ho se mempese meko parliament. Uhwe solo body language. Uhwe solo senia na adwene bebie ekosi. Uhwe solo de open priorities. Enye se obedi ni penim a sebio okotena parliament. Abeden abedi akwetiafo enim. De mane ye din krampo ni se solo kra na aban sa ni parliament. Na aban ana ne party sa ni aban mu. De din kra ni se solo enim abanyosem na ne party ensa ni aban mu. Na osaba parliamenta solo ensa ni nipa a mo betumi mpo ahye ne chi ama na asem kura edimu enti automatically no Solo is not even supposed to leave Akwatia. Solo Gala is supposed to stay in Akwatia and support NDC candidate no mane kofa eye impuntio free and crime John Mahama Hodeba. Solo is supposed to be a vocalist, a backing vocalist. Solo is supposed to be cheering from the crowd. Solo needs to be cheering this man on. Nanka was Solo, Edin Sika, and Nyansa Kakra a dumb bema which is a corner kofa bibi brefie. Because Sebio, enya obia na Sebio, or what amanyo nyansa. Solo mi bunipa, onya amanyo ni, onya obia, obetube di party nim edim puntu abefi. The mania din kra yana se, Solo party na ye NPP na egu. Afe nyoma kena odi omanimu no. Ono afe nyoma kene kro okasa obi entie. Enti ade na Solo ekwa okofa aba. Enti nka akwetiafo ochina mu Solo a moga Solo oya akwetiani ye pewasem fa wo support edon NDC ne ma ne nkonkofa mpuntumbra na wo business a wo ye no enkoso e wa akwetiaman mu. Evisa wo Solo ya soma wa edien na wo de ba. Enu bi na NPP for force ya esuma Mahamudu Baumia se onkofa tumi mra na omunim se Baumia nim nyansa edi tumi ba enti esuma no kra one maami krom eye boko eye mampurusifo krom no instead se anka wose Baumia ede de ode chensen eni tozafi de ba no Baumia kofa akoraba evisa Baumia nim nyansa yedi tumi yedi kofa tumi de ba enti so tie abrante ne kasem na wotie senia ebuo eni enidie eni de onim de okana. It will be best for Akwatia Fuankasa beti asye se. I was say ye nyina ye support e dia brantechi no kofa eye dien eye impuntioba. Solo the Galatian. Solo Gala. Until the oye na se. Kwame. Number 1 ye yima o. Dia ekoso kura onti asye. Dia ekoso hono. Solo onti asye. Solo ye Gala oye ono na expertise ho de wo. Ade ntira ya nya Akwatiafo ya ko school ye nimde sebio ya pempuntu ama ye mba ye nananom ade Solo ye dono ye ntan Solo nanso Solo nim nyansa ye de kwa abamu. I don't have a problem with Solo. I respect his trade. But nyansa ye de kwa abamu no Solo ni bi. Solo part na gu. Solo ntumi mfa mpuntu mafie. Kwame ontumi mfa bibia mafie. Solo Gala, he is a Galatian. Solomon Gala, verse 1 to 1. Solo ni nyansa yedi tumi ba fie. Solo ntumi fam puntu ma fie. Momi yankura Solo ofie. Ejuma Nketia oye ofie kakrabo amma yo ane meba awano. Momi yankura no. Na yemma nyansani nko na onko abemu nkofa tumi fam refie. Enkofa puntu mre fie. Solo ni nyansa. Solo nim nyansa yede chichire man. Solo wo nyansa yede tine fie. Momien bo Solo ho ban. Na momien kanchire Solo momien tunifo. Solo jai na NPP fo ejeje wo tata kokum. Sebio omo afiti nkorabrem omo de omo hu siwo etu omo siwo so mbe politics edum pempensuo bi NPP fo bu omo komu omo na wo Solo pa na politics eni wutrim wo de wo sika kakra na ye eje Solo jai ma we mparo. Na nkofra de omochi no omubekum sa confirm. Solo Gala masaka we emparo. Na edun pempenso bia o se church ho nyoma nkitinkiti bi se ne be ya de odidan ema high landlord ene de ono so rent dan tenant no obia beti contractor amukum no obia beti ne ho ase. Sa nyoma we ya ye ka ho asemi ana papa yikin edin wanta bebre abama sebio nipa bi ahwere mo nkwa. Sa education we I was say kofom. Sa education we baby to say NCC for edwumadi a I say omudi ema Ghana for eti nyoma se. Nipa dodo mo Ghana no ye high dan. Nipa dodo mo Ghana no omunsi omo dan a omutim. In the sa adesua adekire we mu no nyoma ebehia say we as a people, we as Ghanaians, we need to, and I'm talking to the rent control and also the information ministry, how to educate, bring it down for Ghanaians to understand. Say, you know, oko high dia, and also be the die Emma high, and also die Emma will be a higher. It does not mean say was set baako hye baako so na ye wo mra ebo ho ban samra we die and ye kase apply dia Kumasi and asembesi Kumasi o the number panic nyina nie good evening 247 na pia o me do chenchen hene mabaka vintila onana baako pa wo do me wo se onana no no ebi mu agimi amente o mo nana anadwi se ebi mu gimi amete o mo me da ase enana and the American me cheche mu che onana no ma dodo no MP school no ene eye edan ye high ene ifirafo ene sebio almost so omoba high dan e was Santase eye South Central Ashtown eye areas e was Santimemu a sebio akenkanti sebio onana no mo MPP no dodo no ntumi kenkanti ama sebio confusion kakraba na papa nasma na all kind of TV so no simple or say eye se obi be high wo dan and the way a Ghana ni na high obi dan na sebio wutim we ekoma efierafo no omse we efiera na sebio woti bebi te se pankro no ana eye boyon ase ana se aye de asenkregwa ana se uyo bi a wasi onan bi a ode mahai asemo kan nyina ne se sa wode wodan mahai ana wode wodan renti obi 1 year 2 years na se nipa na otim no boye nkrata ma ne gitum se efie no sebio wa hai efri wunsem na ho no te a se nipa ne kura no imredu na ebia osi nipa no dan ne mra so e wo se wutu no anase o so obetua na o sa tenem anase wo mpese obeto aso kura tene fie ho na sebio enru ho kura na se nipa no ebia wetu afifio enye se wetu oni ho se nipa no otu ataban anase se nipa no oni ho se bia nipa wei mi fie ha no te and the nipa no minim bebia wafa ebia o de water bill ka ebia won change bomb no so won change sa nipa no and the men ka say we fie na nipa ni wa rent control for say woni ho kwan say sa nipa no obe sorry say ne nyoma na egu dem ho no ne nyoma no obetu egu abontene aka say asemesi bi emetena dan nim Ghana mra no enhye emma sa kwan no eni so ye fie wura na say bi obi tu fie na nipa no we free fie ho na omba back uni bebi onenam ebi o the light bill ka ebi an rent ne kra yaso nipa no on ba fie uni bebi mpo onenam a na say nipa no sebio one ne wo eye de krata e kire se wo de dan ama na haya uni ho kwan se efiewura ubetuma sesa nipa no nyoma atogu abontene se metu no asemesi betrem na papa na so na o kan brofo mu nyina no udwudwam aba eye ye kasemu a eye akankasem a akankasa eye kofo te ase emfantefo ka akankasa eye de eye asantefo ka akankasa eye bebiti se bonofo omka akankasa eye akankasa Ghana akanfo bebre ekana uchechire ma senete o sei oni hu kwan se obi efri ufie no anase ohun echi kwan no ubeyi nipa no Ghana mra ne kire se tenancy agreement anase mra ebo edan ye high ho ban ne kire se wontumi nyi ne nyoma entungu abontene na esaso se eba sa na se ohun nipa na de o se wo ye ne se e wo se wo make sure se ukọ court ana ukọ rent control for ho na rent control for eco court na omukọ court a na omakọje eye notice ana krata omode ba betare eye epono na no se asemesi Kwame Amoako a wo ye constituency chairman ma NPP e wo South Central so a sebi wakodi sike dwan nti edan wagye atowa onyoma guma yehu bebia wafa dia o se wo ye ne se wo efiewura no e wo se wo ko rent control for ho na wo ne rent control for no o meboa mo akọ court na o meboa mo akọ court a court be ma notice sa notice no wo de ba be fam edan no gate na no na wotwe mienu now wo de fam ho na wotwe mienu na se nipa no still on my embe yi ni nyoma ni free edan ni mu a na uwie no a na wasa akọ court na court ama ho kwan se kọ na ko bupunu nani wanka se ko bupunu ne se no o se ko bie dan nani woni rent control for be kọ na court for ama kwan no na wakọ bie punu no na wo kọ na ko bie punu nani a de also ye ne se nyoma na ewo eye den eye edan ni mu no woni ho kwan se still a wo beto ogu e wo se wo efiewura Kwame Boaten a wote South Central no a wo hwehwe NPP chairman ana treasurer wo be high dan a ne kromfo ne kron no nti wadwane a wo bebi wo no e wo se ne nyoma no MPP shirt 2004 it is possible shirt no breaking the A shirt na wo bubu agu da bu ho na wagyeje MPP for flag ne ade o se sa ne obanyina wo hwehwe na wo sa sie Mra Ghana. It's NPP treasure now also dress for now. We done no. Untimi to the Yaman Sango. I was say breaking the 8 shirt no beji go was ga. NPP be wini. Now come the beji so good. The watch the devil no. The kuraba. And the bontiana we using a wire brack no. Bontiana wire brack no. Sa bontiano and a suruisa watch it. Akike droni ade ode sin tokura no. Sa support kokoya. Odi twitwi na chi ai. Ne support ya oprumu a intobrobagu no. Sa ne draws a sinsen ho. Ene sa ne tawo bi na ayese PCB lines bi de mu no. Sa nyoma ni nyina wo sesa. Ene sebio eye the shoe half shoe a. Egudi dem wo. Idiame ya. They got half shoe bakai bibi. Ne nyoma no plus half shoe na shado no. We je go half shoe no. Ne nine half shampoo boom. Na ne nine kakraka tebre. Ne nine tebre se osafuma fo ano no. Half shoe na ne nine baako esi nchen baako sim no. Na sa half shoe nyina wa sa nyoma nyina sa so treso treasure for ne omo treasure no. Ne kro no ne Jimmy ntia bogya dan na edwane no. Efiera ya se wo sa nyoma na mentungu sa fasie. Eno so no e wo so kope bebi digu na wotwe mienu 2 weeks. Inti kuraba no bonsia eye dansan kwanta eye ne nyoma na wagya no ho no esuruisa efom wisa eye edwapa eye bucket ene asa sokodua asawa sapo sa nyoma na wagya no ho nyina no half human half god. I get it dela. My chair wasre. Half shooting nyina cantain any tente. 34 bucket. Just o shele ni nyoma papa bia ezo dibitungu. If so tugu a kwase ade baba beka se what na naja padi atogu. Ai enti wuntumi tunyoma ni so entungu. Enti sa kwase ano e bia o blade tata blade bia na bodu soku te se dentwie. On say bia nipa na otu dem ho no na bodu setu se dentwie. Uni pana bia ne night tebre half shoot tantan bia hyehyehye no wojade nyina gudabo ho wo hwe nipa wo gina no ne ho tantan wo hwe ne fu enti da bia ne boxer short white chapel kakraka de wode gugugu fom ho ne ho fin sa besim bia gugu gudamo a owe a otwetwe ne sen ne num kan a da bia owo hanki bia ode fa nanim sa nipa no oja sa nyoma nyina wo ho a e wo sabu afiora do ne certificate. Get my mother. Maybe a value view certificate. Our value view certificate. And maybe our newspapers do articles wom. Ebi di say private certificate. Edi nyoma guguma. Our adaka phone tantan bia or this certificate bia gugum. Sa nyoma ni nyina wontungu. Opaki. Now I can't. Another 2 weeks. We never jalla be a gum when I got on with ain't it yantungu, Mrs. What again? Oh, that one. Okay, Mr. S, thank you. Ain't it? What's your baby guy say? Never pa jalla be and I said, never papa takaribi or dijano. I what to actually and I didn't sebio, baka sebio at a gombani. Ain't it? Sanyoman untungu. Now they are there. What they see? Actually, 2 weeks. 82 weeks, no. So ama court. Rent control for 2 weeks. No ama. Now I say court. Now I catch a judge and say judge. Nenchie na mo. Nenchie no. Nenchie na nenimu tum na nenchie na body yofu. Nenchie na ma. Nenchie ne te praga na na muram. Odi di GPR ti fueti no di jobu sika. Nenchie kwasi ampanyi na oya kwete boto no no aka chaje se nantwe kwete boto na mba ntiesia no nyoma no so beka ho be den na judge no asa aka kire say nyoma no koyi na boni don komi na mo boni don komi na wo de ate wo ka se nipa ne de wo ka e bia ne nantwe ne de wo ka na wo de ate nantwe ne ka no afi what ya say nti red control for omo de asabi nyina beto e na o ma kire kirem Oma chirechirem into ye fie ra e so di mra we so obi de oka na ofrifie na omba first thing also making sure so court na okoji notice na notice we better ho 2 weeks after 2 weeks no nipa namba na wasa court akoka chire court say we did not notice na akotaro nipa namba na after that no wasa ye den wasa ama another 2 weeks. Sa another 2 weeks no na wasa de ebu odi yi nyoma na gu abontene odi yi nyoma na menja na abontene o so keep nyoma no enti u keep nyoma no 2 weeks na wansa ma na wasa court na waka che court se na ntwe na ma o ansa na nyoma no wabodi don komi woni red control for the body don komi wobodi don komi wia na de eden what woka na de aka so sa sikare de ama aban futuom sa na tie enti se bia na ntwe bi de woka ebia na ntwe bi e de woka na ebia we free ufie ho a sa mra we na wo so wudi so ansa na wetumi age woka. How should it o parmenton eno de o tonton nyoma na eno eka last na de gu adakam na de asoma ka eko sirem dagomba na ko so omgo hwe de ntwie bi na o tinkran na o so free dagomba fo krom because de minim say dagomba fo de omunim nyansa pa dagomba fo nim nyansa pa dagomba fo so ombo om humodin ye enti sa na ntwie na yede ne ko dagomba ne half shoe no yeduru a mo se mo hwe na ntwie bi Nchie bi udu da gomba fo asa so na ma hwe de ntwie ne nam de akọ na ntwie ne fie na mo de half shoe na koguo odwan bisi mu kai GBC boss no GBC boss na imbrebi na se yendu mimi TV no na eye ne ya se me Kevin Taylor menya TV station wo Ghana mo kai papa we aha ono na ye the director general Ghana Broadcasting Corporation papa we and omo mu yedwuma GBC so e kromfo papa no senior tonton GBC fo asase omma aban empam no papa we ono na mo kai tama na ekufo ado woso a o se okọ srem and ono ni imam ya sorry and imam ne ka say I am going to watch Kevin Taylor and also on tiasie no busa imam ne say Kevin Taylor is only on the internet, how did he get on TV? And imam can say wajimi Kevin Taylor is in every home also wante no ho ase okọ Accra and okọ frɛ NPP ni panyini. And Obusan say, how did Kevin Taylor get on TV? And how can we shut his TV down? This man. And the Abetoja, GBC workers in say, if this man doesn't go, GBC will break down. It is true. This man, over the years, or the GBC, we all know, say, he has been very corrupt. We don't even want to talk about the African Games now. Eba say, Omu Jisika, in the name of GBC, Sikebi Ekoya. Till now, we don't know where the money even went. He has not even answered those questions. Right now, I don't even know why the government is still waiting for GBC to go to that point where it will break down totally. Because as we speak, there's nothing interesting about GTV. GBC, as we speak, has become a wasteful venture. Under this guy's leadership, GBC has become a laughing stock. And the Oko social media, people laugh at GBC because the leadership by this guy, no, any leadership or more, no, almost say GBC, no, or they are politics. So the GBC workers are out now, and they are making their point clear that this guy who leads us, this guy is not capable of doing the job. This guy is a politician. This guy is selling GBC lands. Why are we even still allowing this guy to be heading GBC? Because he is not the only person who can be the director of GBC. Yet, Ojina National Television so can say, they commissioned the NCA to shut me down. As someone kind of is serious. This guy said he placed the call to somebody who matters in Ghana when it comes to TV. He placed the call to Asiedu Usu that time. This guy, being the director of GBC, you know, he picked his phone and called Asla and told Asla, how did I get into Ghanaian homes? How did I get on TV? And after he had a conversation with Asla, they instructed the NCA to shut me down. This fool. Today, yeah, Pamana also unko. And the GBC air kontokwa. The workers at GBC are saying, say, what on GBC as I say? Now you see, the workers came out, they had a press conference, and they stated exactly why they think this man should not lead GBC. Now, the answer. He has become so weak-minded and so corrupt. He could not address the allegation the workers of GBC omurezi. Efrinanoa. Oh, the leadership, no, one of them, no, he is a journalist, also divisional union chairman, Sam Net Kevo, hasn't filed any story in 5 years. You see his defense? Instead of him to respond to GBC in Sasia, in Kofonika, so what Tonwedi, almost answers. He doesn't want to respond or see, oh, Nipana only did demonstration with GBC or a worker, no, or a GBC worker. It's been 5 years on file a report. No, on file a report, I don't know, Pamono. Are you now telling us after 5 years that this person hasn't filed a report? So it means you yourself, you are not even the right person to be the Director General of GBC. Because you know that some people at GBC are not doing their job. But you have foolishly stayed with that person for over 5 years doing your politics. Now that the person is questioning you, you are telling us to say for 5 years the person hasn't filed a report. If the person hasn't filed a report and you know the person has been taking salary without delivering, why have you been keeping the person there? You are not supposed to be there for over 24 hours. You are a foolish man. Raise very important questions. Instead of this guy to answer those questions, he's saying that, oh, the guy who was asking the questions, 5 years now, he has not filed any report. Do I care? Do I care whether he has filed a report or not? There are people there who are supposed to check that. And you are the boss. It means you automatically, you know, while shooting in the foot, you need to leave your office. So I am pleading with the government. This man has to be sacked. He needs to even resign and face trial because the All African Games, and so I side with the GBC workers. When they came out to speak, they did not just speak out of pain. They actually stated facts. In fact, they stated facts. I can say, Moko in front of the parliamentary, what's the name? PIAC, right? When you went to meet parliament, you people at the leadership front, you could not even state and yet the inconsistencies in how you are managing GBC funds. And this guy needs to be sacked. He needs to resign. And you see, today GBC, I say, Kwasiampeni biti Germany, Sebio, why was so Chiadan Sabuada or running Facebook page. Today they have given the whole GBC Facebook to a radical rascal fool, be some idiot who is basically fooling on GBC social media. This is GBC. You don't turn it into a comedy channel. Anything associated with GBC, it should be seen as a national issue. It should be seen as a serious thing. Because as some Ghana, we are expecting GBC to give us that news. Say and the coup is Ghana. Can't get this NPP. I will say GBC the chere say a true and I say you true. For us to even hand over GBC, and you know right now the world is being run by social media. To run GBC social media like Kwasiampeni bi awabuda baby, it shows to say the whole structure is a mess. The whole structure is a mess. The system is so bad. If it is a private entity that somebody is handling their social media platform and fooling, I understand, it's okay. But this is GBC. People go to school to go get PhD to get to work at GBC. You cannot just give GBC social media handle to a fool. No. Because one small mistake, GBC, the information to Abontina, it to me go crow. And we sit there and we think this is funny. And sometimes, even events that is happening in Ghana, GBC cannot cover it. Now, and under the leadership of this idiot, we sit there and we keep on watching this. After this guy is sacked, you need to go after the government. You need to sack graphic communications. The person who is in charge of graphic communications. That person too is very weak-minded. Graphic communications. You people need to do some serious overhauling at graphic communications. Almost no in Akwatia, some of good, and your politics. They are doing partisan politics. Our graphic communications, all their platforms. I don't care which party is in power, but we need to see our national newspapers, national media houses speak and become so neutral to the point where nobody can sit anywhere else and malign a national their media house. But today, people don't even respect GBC. Graphic communication has become like PMP. In Kwasiasam and the Uber national delis. Now, Uber front page in Kwasia caption me at that front page. Ubu say into when we go school now, graphic communications and I say GBC no. You ask yourself that question. So I know for daily graphic now share the wedding, the English, even the front page, the kind of stories they place on the front page. Ghanaian Times, the kind of political propaganda stories they place on the front page, the stupidity that we have allowed some people to basically turn our national asset into their private thing and their party thing. It's so stupid. So this guy needs to be sacked. We are all shareholders of GBC, Graphic Communications, and whatever that belongs to the government. We are all shareholders, and we have the right to speak when we see things are not going well. GBC, they need serious overhauling. And I'm going to stay on this matter until I see the president take action on it. I'm going to stay on this matter until I see Graphic Communications, the head and the leadership of Graphic Communications, serious resetting is done there. Because they are doing this country a very big disservice. They are not running a private entity. They are running a national entity. They are running the GBC is like running Jubilee House. And yet so now a whole media house. Now omuti Facebook. Yeah, they are coming Akwatia bi and our church on Akwatia Facebook. And the seriousness that is attached to GBC, it is gone. You cannot just hand over BBC, Facebook platform or channel to a fool to be thinking that everything should be about comedy. No. Because they know the amount of people who consume information from there. If you wanted to run a comedy platform, we would have run a comedy platform. This is comedy platform. But this is serious business. This is business. It's a national asset we all have to respect, and everything that comes from there should be authentic and respectable. Mr. President, GBC needs overhauling. GBC needs serious resetting. This guy is bad news. He has been involved in a lot of misconduct, a lot of corruption issues. He needs to go. The workers are not happy with him. Sack this guy. Thank you. The President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, on the 1st of September 2025, Afie Wumi, President Bekoho, na President Onkoho so Okoye campaign, President Eko Akubie, the new DVLA Akwatia office, and it's President Mahama. Eba the Akwatia area into on the 1st and the 29th. On the 1st is going to be coming Monday the enemy John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic, Obeba Akwatia Abe Commission, the new DVLA NDC Abayran and see almost see outcome be clean. The computers abe gum. Ama say DVLA and the Akwatia so your license abe for computer emanyoma wano no udruwa on sabeka. Into Monday, the President Akwatia for enhwe nim Obeba DVLA boss Mr. Julius Nikwe Korte. Also Ebe Hobi, and also a Minister of Transport, Honorable Joseph Bukari, also President Nebeba. On Monday, Obia entering the President of the Republic, Obeba Akwatia. Well, President Mahama Baya Unsheda, this is the time to go see the President. Akwatia Fobo, now Obedi Sabon so President Mahama, and Yadu Betra Akwatia Jada. John Mahama, Nipebia, so Shawba, also Ujitum, Onyankopon Afa the Sword Ghana, and me assure Akwatia Eden Akumaso. Akwatia baby John Mahama sebio waya politics che odum se saa kuro no saa Akwatia man no Akwatia nkasa eman no ne amu ahemfo ne emu nkwara eda na koma so John Mahama ne NDC for ebeye adepa ama Akwatia ebobi o masha Akwatia man bia John Mahama bedi so ende obaye bosome nwotwenie pe John Mahama eba bebie DVLA muno dan obebia no ede ama Akwatia fo nti munyina mumbotwi na monya den monko hia John Mahama na sebio opanyini de oyepenyini pa na sebio odini kura na no asem no sebio munkutam na munhu se John Mahama is the hope oka asem kirewa a wonim se obedi so ne boss ene Professor Ivan Satamilsa oye onyame nipa onyame esen onyame suro wonimu a odi bedi Ghana so ene na odi atete John Mahama ontwantro onkasem enda ada nipa ontesa baomia enti John Mahama beba Akwatia impenifo enkwara mmebunu nursefo mo amopesa moko senior high school mo amoko free SHS mo amutumi to aba sebio enye campaign no obeye DVLA office no obe commission into so hu John Mahama na so pese hu na Akwatia Monday John Mahama be wo ho obehu Akwatia obehu John Mahama e wa Akwatia na also woni ne di de insawoso in John Dramani Mahama the president no on the DVLA boss any transport minister no omunyina be wa Akwatia Monday Akwatia man munyina mumbutwe na munkogohia John Mahama o wasem de edemamo mo amu nim sini John Mahama tie one de ohyebo a odiso we Monday and the bekoso e wa Akwatia. Mr. P yedwudwam. All right, now there's this story I want us to talk about, and it's got to do with journalists. Ghana Journalists Association for Akasa, Omo President Akasimbi. Now the GJ Omakasa almost say if the GRMA General Secretary Dr. David Tinkran Kim fails to retract his statement, we will not hesitate from going to court to pursue legal action against him. We Albert Kwabena Jomfo, GJA president, and GJA president Akasa or say GRNMA for General Secretary Okasa Jimimu your friend David Tinkran Kim. And yenina aseme kwesi Orange Hospital ma papa we your friend no Tinkran ne nisa petuoba ekotena radio so at there at threatening journalists in Ghana say ono ne nurse for no ombebo journalists for mpanie omo be ku journalists for Ghana until they should market. He actually threatened in some for Ghana. This is a guy who basically sat on TV and radio to threaten every single journalist in Ghana. Say, a seminar bana journalists will be criticize it, scrutinize it, share maybe a seminar also kosi near yet to me fame waba near the Bogana Hobino. Or tonight radio so can say, on any nurse for the be up journalists for the be at war. Now, Mbaba Tomo Hospital, I'm a bomb on Pania Kuomo. And a GJ for say, a seminar or Kayano on train sign, and yes, sir, Omobeko court. What I want to tell the GJ is simple. He is not supposed to retract. He is supposed to resign. Because somewhere you don't feel capacity no one, he will still influence some young nurses to kill some journalists. So to stop the genocide he is planning, no? Because from what we heard and from what he said, he is planning a genocide. Or for it not to even happen, the GJ is supposed to tell the association is part of that he is supposed to resign. Retraction will not change the intentions in his head. Because aggression and say senior no TV so I can't summon. For all you know, we didn't gather young nurses be ignorant. Ebi national service. Ebi they are easily convinced. We didn't catch nurse for be say a draw way a duboni. Say se ne journalist bi aba na se se when no TV so da when no Facebook da and what is so ye radio we bia frame me mema wo decide a draw way abon the panie kuno. So I don't agree with the GJA saying he should retract. No, I want the GJA to insist that he is sacked or he resigns. And remember, when these young nurses almost started Juma, no more year a year national service or hospitals they will do anything to be given retention or to be given permanent their appointment. What this man said, your young nurses who are vulnerable, sa Akwatia your friend David Tinkran, for all you know, he has already put together a poison. A drubio obe kuni pebi obe use these young nurses who are hungry to be given permanent positions. And it is not just him retracting, because when he retracts, the intentions are still there. He needs to be taken away from the avenue that will give him the opportunity to commit that crime. And DJ boss, they were 4 years to send me so much chill. None in be chill. On the ball lagati ne kunwa twachini. Sometime now you're late. So it is not about this idiot retracting. It is about you insisting that the GNRMA or whatever they call themselves, this guy, not only any access to nurses, only any access. Because remember, Ridge Hospital, some way see, this guy was able to infiltrate on Yejimo Ridge Hospital. He was able to infiltrate to even force the nurse to lie. Now, send you a nurse or a national service nurse, meaning this guy can convince any young nurse to kill somebody. Oshe neni se petuo any adrebonia when it's him any bonia ashana kume mumba. He is not done committing that crime, and until he kills a journalist, this guy will never stop. Because you see, the crime he wants to commit, it is not going to be him holding a syringe or whatever you call it to inject somebody. He is going to use a young nurse who is ignorant to kill a journalist until you don't even give him the room to be lingering around hospitals, health facilities, or carrying himself around as a general secretary of such an association. That position needs to be taken away from him. He needs to resign. He needs to be kicked out. He needs to be sacked like a fool. And this is a man opportunity to come close to that association. So I will tell the GJA that this route they are taking is weak. Yes, it is a weak route. The Ghana Journalists Association should write to the association which he belongs to and tell them, say, they want this guy to leave the association because he's a threat to every journalist who goes to any hospital in Ghana. Do you understand? Because president of GJA, ebia who issue statement we mo kasa asem we no ebia wo dodo ebia why say Sunday we call hospital bi ebia why say Monday we call hospital bi ebia wunim udu a akwa we betumi aka kire nurse ni bi say GJA president about the ambo no panie nku no because on na lead journalist no e mo my den o my expose me nti for you not to be killed or murdered by this guy, you need to insist that association they sack this guy. Nti I feel say where you people are going, the weak part you are going, say you should retract. Retracting does not mean the intentions are gone. He can just come and sit on TV and say, I've retracted. But intentions, no. But how can you take the intentions out of his head? It is only by preventing him, by stripping him off, by taking him away from that capacity that will enable him to get access to poison to kill a journalist. And I think you people should come again. You should write a letter to that association and tell the association to sack this guy. Because no journalist in Ghana is safe in Ghana. No human being in Ghana is safe. As far as this guy is still the general secretary of this association of young nurses who are desperate to get permanency at different hospitals, as far as this guy has influence on young nurses, this guy can kill. He's a potential murderer from the statement he made. A potential murderer. Inti GJ president. So 1% go for beju ofuna. Obaje so akan wie wa for nwedi akwa we obetuma finance ni biso ekum into you people some person protect journalists from Ghana and Ghana for you need to write to the Ghana whatever midwifery and tell them from next week this guy is not supposed to represent them. They need to sack him. Thank you. We'll come back to this matter now. And the health minister make his statement to be a very important statement. And say about 7,000 previously unpaid nurses have now been enrolled onto the payroll and are receiving their monthly salaries. Now, while efforts are ongoing to migrate the remaining nurses, Health Minister say, "A nurse for another dankweku for the neba umia buying." Yeah, a nurse for. Last minute nurse for about 13,000 da. Baumia moka say oma form juma abro man for man to payroll so right after elections NDC winning power na nurse for no agitate or demonstration no. Health Minister Mr. Kando say emu 7,000 sesi ano ye doma to payroll so. Sesi ano bosumi aketua no ye etu omoka bosumi. Osi omo amaka no aban edi wudwuma se ombema omoso nyina so e de akogu payroll so a bosumi bia betu omoka enti mess na eye bawomia mu jato ho no the NDC as a government they are solving the mess and mameka bibi nche Ghana for hwe we are still in the ditch as a nation. The debt and the damage Akufo Addo ye no it will take us some time as a nation and NDC as a government to get the country out of it completely. And so say they are going to frustrate the government. They are going to pressurize the government to do things at their pace. Then you, that person, you don't understand what governance is. You know, in the last 8 months, namu baby Ghana ye situation war. Under Akufo Addo, under Bawumia, under Kennedy Japan, under Brian Champon, you people saw your situation baby a war. And this is not a situation of one room. A nation that was run down by a group of criminals. So was a journalist to say me. So I will say, why do you do? We are Ghana ni ebi unko school crab. Why do you do? Now when you send ya chechere mine. So we parent to say me. Now even how to manage a home with maybe 3 kids or 2 kids, yourself and your wife. Now we send ya how to put it together. Now so obia beje a country ya messing it up to the core. I also won't see your kasa. Dear John Mahama and NDC cry yet till now, no, they have done too well for anybody to sit on TV or on radio to criticize the government. Dear John Mahama, NDC aban we aye. Baby omo time ye free ye bedru ye. Baby omo time dollar ni free ye. Baby omo time inflation free ye. Baby omo time deficit when it comes to infrastructure free ye. Baby omo time corruption. Baby omo time the baby omo time crony free ye. The way the country was messed up. Baby omo time petrol board free ye. Now we should be and we are basically in heaven. And it's a journalist and that's how we are Ghana Nibi. Now we have opportunity to speak about governance. Now I will say, Uber to me run the country down or the government down because things are not done the way you want her. Mekacha will say, yeah, the Ghana mouse manage 2 seconds. You go mad. You cannot even manage your own home within 1 year to make things sit up. Moi, I'm wanted to criticize John Mahama buying. Baby, I end this time Ghana free. Say, ya wo, and I will fear Uja to ho 8 years. And I Uja call say, oh, Kotana Kurobi Swaba. Na Obedu na se ufia dane de send ye kufu adu muja ufie na. Ubetumi the 8 months atani Kurobi do. But this man has never complained about anything. His appointees, his ministers, they have never stood on any platform to say Ghana for where the and this NPP and they have never complained. They have solved problems and they keep solving problems. It is how to say journalist and I say Nipebiti radio so can I buy way 8 months. Now because one can you don't understand governance. Before you criticize this government and say 8 months about step back, take a step back, go back and go look at the digits, go look at the data, go look at where we were, and then compare to today and do the calculation and ask yourself what these people have done. They have done magic. What the governor of Bank of Ghana, what that guy has done, he has done magic. What the finance minister, Atufos, he doesn't like me, but I don't care. What the finance minister has done, he has done magic. When you go to the cocoa sector, we are expecting about $4 billion by the end of the year. They have done magic. This is a country that was run down into the ditch, deep down. It means when I hear people make those statements, I am who say either you don't understand governance or you are just trying to be diabolic or you just need attention. That's how I see it. Because say uni Ghana jina unim the desperation na eda Ghana so unim yesika semsen na asay unim sibia na nyoma enkoye. We were all witnesses to the damage these people did. Into obasa mo kire me say sa damage na Kufuor mo ye no 8 months we no damage ni nyina nyira. Sa the backlog of nurses over about 50,000 or omuja omugu fie 70,000 na omuja omugu fie no mo besa mo kire me say 8 months no e was so nurse for nyina nya adwuma. Mo besa mo kire me say sa nkwasiade Kufuor mo gyaye e ka omuja to ho no just 8 months no I was say a calling no me say TUC for say they are going on strike. Why I was say abino your debt levels. The question here is the NDC government ba abemu no e ka say no de aka ho nothing. But a car na da ho no can you use 8 months to solve those ekano? And we are talking about impenifuo mo nyankwara into mo ngai sa diabolic basically childish kind of a argument no, because those kind of arguments no it will not change the course of the government. The government is delivering. The government is working. Me answer me criticize obino. Me didn't can share what the person inherited. And whatever you inherited, if you have been able to correct or done even 50% of it, I don't have any room to criticize you. And I'm looking at this government. I'm looking back 8 months. Baby ana Ghana yawano. This government has done about 90% of the job. So I'll be very unwise and stupid to sit here and tell Ghana for say, hey, 8 months ago, I didn't think John Mahama and solve a Ghana problem. These people took over 8 years to destroy Ghana. And I'm not cutting a slack for the government. Saying abaning ye bibi and Kamaka say, okay, abaning ye she. But the government, as we speak today, for about 2 years later, doom some more Ghana. And hardly do you hear say obi kase me like to doom. This government, no matter what, Fango Boya Ding, they are still keeping the fuel price down. So it is not where these people left it. The only way you can assess this government and say this government is doing poor is when you take the numbers the government before NPP Jan Ohono. If the numbers they left today, the NDC is not able to bring the numbers down, then you can tell me this government is performing poor in 8 months. Because the government will be to $17 not dollar no, and then I'm 11. You can't tell me this government is not performing. So I buy way better petrol 15. Now send the petrol no 15. Now I buy way to my limiting about 4 miles. You can't tell me the government is not delivering. So I buy way better of Anko Quine. Now Obedru no a quine no contractor and to me international yejuma. Then the contractor jiso yejuma. You can't tell me the government is not delivering. So I buy way by now you are over 20,000 to 15,000 young people sitting at home. Now and there your police assistants bear 15,000. Your fire service assistant bear 5,000. Now nkora we nyina yejuma o ka chem say I buy we yejuma now bodam because I buy no be ye 100,000 napko ejuma no nipa ba company wo ejuma ye. So I am looking at the past numbers comparing to today's numbers and then I made him make a misstatements. Into what this guy is doing at the health ministry, he is basically working and it applies to the government as a whole. Actually, Jimmy, actually your propaganda. Actually, you don't understand basic governance. In his answer on TV, so I criticize John Mahama Abino. Ask yourself, at the end of John Mahama Abino beto ya West in there. Tell me one thing, John Mahama Abino beto ya John Mahama Abino aseno. Because say, hey, where can this MPP or hanke tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. We all see what the government is doing. The IGP, the government itself, how today they are fighting Galamsey. It's not an easy fight, but at least you could see there's the willingness to do that. There is the willingness. Government no will so at least Emma Arishim to say Aban Bibaya, the party officials, a sector minister, it release this statement, a whole report. My president say, Jubilee House no, omunomuya Galamsey no, and no crown here and see over so chairman say, enda bayaba, the police, the government is on the ground trying to fight this menace. You want to tell me, say, the government is not doing well? Where Jimmy? So look back, me per one person or Ghana, baka say me better TV so, and they could find about 8 years no. Adebia John Mahama beto ye no sa ade with the John Mahama nya ade kura 8 months no one can them na me debate. What are you going to talk about when it's got to do with the forex? And I say dollar, where are we are doing better. When it comes to employment, we are doing better today. See, let me show you. Come mama nchirabo na mwa jimido mumubi no. Today how many people? 5,000 young men, they are now becoming what? Assistant fire officers. Enrechi nipa almost 12,000. Omo ya day, ya de police assistant. We calling me almost 17 to 20,000. There are more to be given opportunities. We are talking about a government today, the land minister and the Watro Akomadian, Amabua. He is the acting environment minister, Ama Kofibua. Rights to Attorney General for immediate revocation of LI 2462. And the Abine said, Sam Brana Kufuado ebietu ho na Galamsey for more MPP mu edi your forest no and the minister now or acting as environment minister no or the Attorney General say or per se you stop it mining in our forests. Inti actually when Jimmy no better TV so I catch me say aban we die what to aban no ho actually we a journalist or we a diplomat or we a statesman or actually we Jimmy actually we nim governance. This is what governance is. They are overturning every nonsense. So today a minister has written the Attorney General, nobody, you better stop it, nobody should enter any forest to go mine. What I want to work I say, and I Jamahama Bino, Omunya Shedian and Kabine. What should the government do? Into me? So I got to mean graded government where they have done about 80%. Ejuma Jamahama Ban we are 8 months no. NPP about to me a stage will be I'm telling you. The way they have even paid attention to the fight against Galamsey. Sanka NPP are buying added 10% of what John Mahama more attention will pay to Galamsey to stop it. Anka I'm telling you. Into me penny papa come on TV so I can say Adia John Mahama ba omiamo eja to ho a na say negative no John Mahama be west me pe adia ba kope. Mwaja, I don't know mwaja. Me mamu common sense yajujam. It is simple. Ain't the answer now baba better TV so. answer my better radio so aka say aban we ya money 8 months na wa kire me adea na ewo hɔ a na aban we say saa de we na enye aban na be west. Tell me one thing. Oboso omu bi omano ka ai John Mahama aban ne ka say oba obetu kokoo mu na sibia watum no wada de kuafo John Mahama ba oti kokoo so John Mahama ba power no. So okay, so betu kokoo mu international price. Now mo change statement no say eye baga. Me no ka say John Mahama wati kokoo so. So a day na John Mahama betu ya wa in the west. Senka John Mahama ba ye e no betu kokoo price e na ko te so a ka say John Mahama te so. But as we speak, what is John Mahama be ato so and so endorse. John Mahama fin already 8 months. And it is John Mahama the 128 at Toswa. Then a chesa in the next year, John Mahama on for 2,000 and so. So you cannot sit there and make that argument. Sir, I buy way share bo. John Mahama bought share in 4 years bo. If he's going to move cocoa bag to $10,000 a bagger, 4 years within 4 years, and you can decide to spread it within 4 years. He can also decide to do it within a year. Until you cannot tell me, say, the first window, yadama cocoa price, no, John Mahama, was a cocoa for bo, anyway, so, Jimmy, that is why I'm telling you, say, there are so many people sitting on TV and radio making arguments, they say, I buy way 8 months there, and then you don't even understand what you are doing. Now, one thing, what can I say? Because before you make this statement, you need to ask yourself, you're Pamo NPP because of something. And this by no Saudi and Oma in the West. That is the only way you can judge this government. And me pade ba ko betum dia judge NDC aban aka say they have done worse than MPP. Show me one thing. So Mummy Enja is a childish kind of journalism. I'm an expert in this. Ni politics. I am not mema Ghana for one say bibia a rosary. No. These people have inherited a very difficult country, a very bad economy. But these people are doing crazy stuff. They are changing things every single day. They are actually changing things. Abai Way is over-delivering. This government is over-delivering. Me who so be able to TV so criticize Aban Way. It may be an anaka say na bibi wo ha aban ba ko ne ya na enye John Mahama mo ba no oma in the west. Me who so be an anaka and so I'm sorry and Aban Way nya hwe no dey na Aban Way ya na enye chen ba ko no ka dey ba ko kire me. So before you go on TV and start to talk about this government, let your listeners know, and now you as an expert, first of all, let the listeners understand say me ba be cheche nyo be mu akire mo. Time na ekufo adom wo ho no na dollar no ewo 2 and John Mahama dey about 10 and it na omanya dey 8 months. Time na John Mahama mu fra it na nipa ti because okay, you are making sense. Now you are making sense. But you don't have any standard. Because the standard that is there no John Mahama at the end of the day, Southwest performance John Mahama ndru ho. John Mahama is still doing better. So if John Mahama is doing better, NDC is doing better, how can you sit and say 8 months NDC is not delivering? Now I'm mention there. Momenja NF Ghana for sa uni bibia kan men kasa. Sa uni bibia kan don't speak. It is not forced for you to speak on politics. It is not forced for you to let people think say you have an opinion on everything. Me, there are so many things going on in Ghana. Ebo ha deliberately me twi me ho, me yi me ho frim, me nka ho asem. Obi tim ka say oh Kevin, asem we bae. I didn't know one kebi because ejuma me ye minimum ejuma me ye no. If I can't have basis for my argument, I will not do it. I will not even speak. And in some way to me see Ghana, Obi say, Kevin, this is current issue. Everybody is discussing. I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it. I sit with my team because you know something. When it comes to speaking on issues, governance, you let it sit. You allow it to simmer. You listen and then you start to analyze. Say be my cartoon, and I say assembly bentina ukebi. No, you need to know. You need to have a reason for being part of the conversation. There should be a reason. Until somebody to prove your children say, "Aban we buy no, aban na etwe mu ne ye adie bia na ye papa cha aban we aye west." Free SHS and the say when it comes to feeding of students in school, adia aban we ye NPP aban. They destroy free SHS and the over to say and the free SHS no MPP the better channel. You can tell me that. So how can you tell me say this government is not delivering? Abanwe can say Omo Ube school, government tertiary institutions biano, free tuition first year. Abanwe Shebo, Abanwe is in power. So far, Abanwe is delivering. So how can you just sit on TV, on radio, or anywhere and tell me Abanwe 8 months? Abanwe has over-delivered in 8 months. If we sit to do critical analysis, comparative analysis of this government's performance and the government that it inherited, you can see the gap. There is a big gap between Abanwe and the NPP Abano. We need to understand. Say a conversation ba asambedawa. We need to take a step back. Enya bibia de di hunkomo. Enya bibia ne can be. Enya bibia na wo idea wo ho. Enya bibia na wo smart wo ho. Enya bibia na wo betumaka say we de unkwa wadwene no. There are some things if you know you cannot analyze it analytically. You cannot basically make clear cut sense. Sit back. It does not say you are not intelligent. You avoiding a conversation does not mean say unimunyansa. You avoiding a particular conversation, you staying away from a particular conversation, you making sure you don't take part in some particular topic or a particular conversation does not make you stupid. It shows how intelligent and smart you are. Because what you do is, now you sit back and analyze before you speak. Now, Shadia, team, are you with me? I know Friday crank normally, and you're saying it here, but Bibinti. Now, you see, there's something happening. This story about Educhum. About Educhum. Sorry. This story about Edubuahin. There's this agenda. Edubuahin in the team, no. Almost 30. Now, agenda non person almost certain to say they want to malign the Attorney General. They want to discredit the Attorney General. Senebeya, when the Attorney General comes out to speak on this Educhum issue, no, every time they go to court and Attorney General tries to brief the nation, no, they are trying everything possible to make sure say on minor team, no, we will not trust the Attorney General. Into the moment they trust for the Attorney General, no, echo for pay. Whatever the Attorney General will touch or do, no, we will not have his support, or he will not have our support. And what they are trying to do is say, Edubu he winning the legal team attaching the no. They want to make sure say, sir, respect no any belief na Ghana for your war Attorney General no. They want to try and split it now because they need the public sympathy. Now, before you can get public sympathy, the opponent now within the air contoquano, you need to discredit the opponent. Now, Akwatia any sanko for who say, so say omni Attorney General no age na court boot for boot, fact to factor. And yeah, they more than 5 months. Edubuahin he will be jailed. Now, what they want to do now, and they say they want to malign the Attorney General. Some good anima say. Say, sa confidence na Ghana for your Attorney General no. Some we free ho. Now, the moment to make you say confidence they free ho no, then the Attorney General becomes like Assembly of Kebiano in Kuta weight. Then it makes them rather look like they are the credible ones. And it's as a West study. Every time psychologically, on say case or court, every time we are in any country or in any case, the prosecutor, so on it obiko court. Now accused the prosecutor every court PR. So we study every time no. Any pana accusing no, the lawyers no, they psychologically they want the cameras to see that things are going on well in the courtroom. It's a psychological thing. So what's the idea? Obia yedena court biano, especially when the Attorney General takes somebody to court. Somewhere exit court number bar. The Attorney General's body language is the same all the time. Because the Attorney General is not supposed to show anything like he's upset, he's happy, he's excited about something. The Attorney General needs to be seen as an Attorney General who is basically prosecuting, who is basically doing his job. Now, what the accused normally do, then they say, when they exit court, they want the people watching them to believe, say, our body language in the say they are doing good in court. But so steady story now could do, you could see say, at the end of the day, the accused, majority of the time, they are put in jail. Now, it's psychological. And what they do, and they say, so I'm sana utifina or show moi. Or say, hey, and then they do in lawyer and NPP and sister pao. Next, they koye pa, do in case. Attorney General is not fighting an individual. Attorney General is the nation's lawyer. In the Attorney General he's not supposed to be smiling. He's not supposed to be showing any emotions. Attorney General is supposed to tell you what happened in court and walk. Because the Attorney General has a lot of dockets on his table. And yet Edubuahin case na the table. So it is not about Edubuahin's case. Say he is a fancy Attorney General. Say they're not Godfrey Dame. What Godfrey Dame used to do was that he would call his own media. He would tell them to wait for him. He would come out of the court and do politics. Until the moment these people who have been accused, they know that their back is on the wall. No? What they do is when they exit court, they make you or they create the impression, say, they are doing well in court. Because one, when they create that impression, said the Attorney General is not doing anything. And that is what Edubuahin or the lawyer Attâck, that is the game they are playing. And unfortunately, they have some people too who are helping them in the media space to do that to the Attorney General's office. Now, you're sorry, Attorney General's office has not lost any evidence in ongoing Edubuahin trial. And yet, the Deputy Attorney General and the case also with Shrim Sai, or say, Omatitin send me say, Edubuahin and the lawyers say, document Attorney General, say, or they bought the case, so buying, a prosecute Edubuahin, no, Edubuahin lawyers, any Edubuahin call for be in the media space near Edubuahin Nankasa say documents no pages in Kwabe it says Saira. When they say something is missing, what does it mean? Yaka say Bibia ira. Nasi yaka say I don't say Bibi kuta obi. No yaka say adewe ira. Nasi osaka say adewe I don't want you to know what is in it. Are they the same thing? Semikuta card and I say spa card here twi. Na so busam say e dey na kuta we na meka say men fan chirewa. Does it mean card in them in same na ira?
Evidence that the accused persons required to prepare their defense and even use those pieces of evidence to cross-examine the witnesses.
Now, what Attâck, he is the lawyer for Edubuahin. So what tie ne kasemu a oyusu brofubi oyusu withheld and disclose. The reporting, from the beginning of the reporting, they said the Attorney General failed to disclose. Attâck Yankasa statement in his interview, or said the Attorney General has withheld some documents. Now, as a journalist, I'm a Tehano. From what Attâck just said in that interview, they're not all can say Attorney General FIA document be. Now, sa document ni nyina ka document a yedi ebua ni nipa no e court. Na sa document ni bi no sebio e wo se Attorney General no e de ma omoso na omoso hwem e bi se e document a eno so ebeboa omoso momo yi nsemia no a ni nyina ka process no ho a e wo se boa. Na sa nkrata no sa Attorney General pese o de be kire omo na so momu se nkrata we bi no ani sa nkrata ni mu a omubuafu judge no every say na nka say judge no she Attorney General say sankrata no de omu pese omuhu. Where in this does it justify say Attorney General document no file no ayera? Where why should a journalist or anybody sit on radio and say Attorney General document or submitting or court the documents are missing? Because there's a difference between you withholding the document, you not disclosing the document, and the document be missing. It is some time, you see, there are some things we do. In Kofoe, they want to what Attâck, and the team no person we and say they want to malign the Attorney General good anima say to the point say bedroom baby no after Omaka say what trust Attorney General no mamu jinindi, and they are misquoting, misplacing, misspelling, and they are deliberately defining facts wrongly. Uti Attâck interview na or the man joy for na. There was nowhere in the interview Attâck concretely say the documents are missing. Attâck feels from his part on any councils, no, and now on any legal team, feel say the Attorney General is he withheld some documents. He doesn't want to disclose them. There are so many reasons why maybe the Attorney General feels at this moment, I don't want to disclose. Maybe there is another person who is willing and ready to give more documents that will make his case, those particular documents, more solid. So, for all you know, even there might be somebody involved in the case who is pleading or bargaining to provide more to support that part of the document. The Attorney General has a strategy. You, the accused lawyer, you have your strategy. All that you have to do is to let the court know. Because I don't think, say, I am rapampi, say, document to be, the person is withheld or the person withholds the document. You cannot find a law to get the person to release the document. That does not mean the documents are missing. So you attach here tomorrow, you decide to go to court, and some of the documents that you have filed, you decide to hold on to it. The Attorney General knows the processes he can use through the court to get you to release those documents. That does not mean those papers that you are holding back, or those documents you are holding back, those documents are missing. So why would anybody sit, or why would anyone go on TV and say or report that the Attorney General's document or filing, 86 pages or something? There's a difference between missing and you not disclosing, or you holding on to a document. You see, and that is what the media sometimes, I am a because say we are not helping the system. Until the court comes out to tell us, say, these documents are missing. Nobody in Ghana today can say a document in this trial is missing. The Attorney General might have his own strategy. He might decide to hold some documents. He might decide to delay something because maybe he's waiting for something. So if I don't add this document, I know that I can slow down the process and get what I need to make sure my case is clean cut. It could be a strategy of the Attorney General. So how can people just go out there and start screaming and making it look like, say, documents in a good table, so and it will be far a crime so and it will Attorney General office and it will court and also start documenting free move, because no, it's not. This is not cantata. This is not comedy. This is law. The Attorney General is not supposed to show his cards. If you think you are a good lawyer, Atachia, and you can get Attorney General to show his cards, use the law to force him to show his cards. The game is playing with you. And I'm very sure you, Atachia, there are some documents you are withholding. You don't want Attorney General to know because you know you want to use it later to make a case for your client. So if an Attorney General is telling you that use the law to get this document from me, has Attorney General gone wrong? What will make somebody say, Attorney General, the documents are missing? Why would anybody make that statement? Listen to, you should not withhold, or say, the first law, you should not withhold. So if it is a law, or if there is a law that you cannot withhold documents, then it means there is a law that you can apply to make sure the person releases the document. So what is stopping Atachan? Journalists can say, can you tell me how many of the documents are missing? The journalist was saying missing, but Atachan was using the word what? The word disclose. The journalist was saying that, can you tell me how many of the pages are missing? But Atachan did not use the word missing. Atachan was using the word withhold, withheld, disclose. So at this point, Atachan, if he knows the law, he knows the buttons to press for the judge to force Attorney General to release those documents. So why is this whole thing so complicated? And we are making it look like, say, Attorney General has documents because we're losing case. Why are we allowing mediocrity to enter into our level of thinking? Because I just say, you lower your one to the point to say, to me, we don't want to think out of the box now. Sometimes when these things happen, we need to take our time and analyze. They are withheld. You see, when you hear withheld, when you hear withhold, when you hear disclose, when you hear a word like those things, they mean something. In law, they mean something. When you hear missing, it also means something. When something is missing, you don't know the whereabouts of the document. It is basically gone. When somebody is withholding, you know where the thing is. You know it is in the possession of Asimesi. When somebody fails to disclose, it is in his possession, it doesn't want to show you. If it is missing, it is gone. You need to go search. But in this case, Akwatia knows where the documents are. That is why he's using the word withheld or withhold or disclose. So it means the Attorney General, as we speak, Akwatia knows he has the documents. Akwatia needs to find a way to get the documents. So why are you making this so complicated? Why are we making this thing so complicated, and we make everything so complicated in Ghana? And these are simple things. Now, so Busamia, the strategy of NPP ni Akwatia, I'm going to say, I want person to find a way, no more we need public sympathy. They want to lie to the public and force the public to believe them instead of the Attorney General. And they are getting some people to help them. I don't care. Now, me amitihe, I respect the laws of the land. Anytime I'm free America, try plane tickets. Me name me ready member me for business at the bar Ghana. About the court, the highest court of the land. Ebebo me muka say, Your Highness, I am here because I respect the laws of this country. Now, I want to trust the Attorney General, and I know every single Ghanaian, we all want to trust the Attorney General and also trust the process. So, Busamia, I would suggest that when court resumes, Attorney General should respectfully plead with the court to telecast Edubuahin's case live on TV. I would suggest to the Attorney General, respectfully, so that the misinformation, maligning, and deliberate disinformation in the system, no, we will all witness what is happening in court. So I will plead with the Attorney General because I believe and trust in the Attorney General's office. And everybody knows his track record. And he has sworn to make sure, say, he's going to be firm. Now, we all want to know what is happening in court. Now, I will plead with the Attorney General. When the court resumes, the Attorney General should respectfully write to the Chief Justice and ask the Chief Justice or the judge sitting on the case that, you know something, this is a case of national interest. In fact, I don't want Ghanaians to be contemplating. I don't want Ghanaians to be assuming. I don't want Ghanaians to be sitting and speculating. I want Ghanaians to be part of this conversation. I want Ghanaians to be part of this prosecution. I want Ghanaians to be part of this whole process. So, respectfully, I want the Attorney General to plead with the judge for this case to be heard on live television for you and I to see what is happening in that courtroom. You will see. And let me tell you, say Attorney General no catch court is up a case way you to TV so de bia Akwatia and then call for the back say no, I'm telling you today. They will reject that. And at that point, you will see who wants transparency and who doesn't want transparency. You get what I mean? It's as simple as that. I would suggest to the Attorney General, Yani Ghana we want to be part of this prosecution. It's a high-profile prosecution. We want to be part of it. From the beginning of this regime, the Attorney General, you have always briefed us every single time, every step you take. You have been on TV, and we appreciate it. This particular case, there are some people who basically want to distract. They want to malign your outfit. There are some people in the system, one person will go for political reasons. I will respectfully tell you or suggest to you that Attorney General, we want this case to be on live TV. We want you to put this case on live TV. We want to hear what you say in court. We want to also hear what Akwachia's case is in court. We want to know. Then we will decide for ourselves who is actually stalling this case. Because I have this great deep feeling that Akwatia them, they know Edubuahin will be jailed. What they are doing is they are playing with the hearts of Ghanaians. They obviously Ghana for Jimmy. So what Akwatia is doing now, Akwatia was sacked by one of his clients recently. The only job Akwatia has is taking money from this boy. And when I say taking money, he's using this case to get paid. So Akwatia will do anything to get paid. Inti, I was here to say Akwatia no, or no idea all your way no, ne retirement benefits and all you know. Whatever he would do to keep this case going for long, for him to be paid, he will do it. And that is what he's doing. And that is the strategy that Akwatia has adopted. In the West Study Akwatia power, he does not even want this case to move. Every day he's stalling the case. Now they are using some people to make it look like Attorney General does not want the case to go. We want the Attorney General to plead with the court that we want this case to be shown live on TV. The day Attorney General will plead with a judge to show this case on TV, Akwatia will oppose that. In the UK, I think I might be part of it. I'll go to this inauguration. I will be in the UK. I think it's October. I think I'll be in the UK on the 9th of October to be part of this inauguration. And I want to put it out there. It's one inauguration that I will never miss. It is the Manchester Airway Group. I want to form one Manchester, UK. On the 20th, on the 11th of October. Omolanchi, the Manchester Awonafo Group, Airway Group. I'm going to be part. I think the special guest will be the governor of Bank of Ghana. Also, Ebeko this event. Also, Ebe part governor of Bank of Ghana. Mr. Johnson Asiama will be there. Also, the leadership of some institutions and very important personalities will all be showing up. I will also be showing up. I'm not shy about it, and we are trying to make sure we connect our form where we are seeing now to become one very big family, so that we can go back to the Black Volta, which is the most lucrative, most clean water on the planet right now, because you're born buying. I am from what I want to memo any million centi on my boat, water lake in buying, and my quasi to mean 2 galamseum. I want to for I want to memono, my hemfono. I before now want to for more water regional. I am for any million centi. Oma bonso no buying. Emma sebio insuona e wo bu krom no. Enti se nsuo bia wa ahemfu bi krom a sebio ahemfu bi ede omo age galamsey mu. Oma koya mo anoma kone. Omo koya galamsey na anoma be press conference obi antumi nya galamsey wo mu krom no. Awonafo ahemfu no de omo se omo mpene. Omo nananom omo abrochire e ka omo ho abom. Sane be ya John Mahama 24-hour economy or person de awonafo sa Volta Lake no no awonafo mo abroche nyina pese omo back together as a unit and come build the Volta region, because the Volta region in Ghana today is the best region in Ghana when it comes to natural resource, about environment, clean environment, about tourist attraction where a tourist can come and say, I am living with human beings. I had here eduesiho, I had here gatemote, I had here insuno enigene, I had here a forest no a virgin. It is only in the Volta region. So we in the diaspora, mesomi ya wune ni mema mifri denu. Me ya wune ni me pese me boa ema awuna man nya ne nice ejira ne naso no. I'm going to be part of this event. It's going to happen in Manchester. It's the inauguration is coming on the 11th of October 2025. Afiweyamu in Manchester no Mekobi. I will be there to be part of this inauguration. The Bank of Ghana governor will also be there. We have somebody like Honorable Emmanuel Deborah Beza. He is the whole West MP. Also will be part of this event at Manchester. I will be there myself. Laurentia Diwomu, honestly MP Equiapem South. She is also going to be there. We have Jerry Johnson, or Office of the President, a very a respectable man. Also, people know him, a very, very diligent man. The respect he has garnered over the years. Mr. Jerry Johnson. He's going to be part of this inauguration. Also, Honorable Emmanuel Dra. He is also the Upper West Akim on a MPO. He's also going to be part of this event. Mr. James Gunu, Volta Regional Minister. The Mr. Gunu, the main Gunu himself, the Volta Regional Minister himself will be at the event. I will be there myself on the 11th of October at Manchester, empowering the airway identity for tomorrow in Manchester and beyond. And Mr. Francis Aweso, honestly a host and chairman of the association in Manchester. He is our chairman. He is also going to be there. And you're the secretary, Felix Kabute. He is also the secretary of this Ewe group Manchester in the United Kingdom. Into Mr. Bezra and his team, the governor of Bank of Ghana. We are all going to be there. I am also going to be part of this inauguration. It's not going to end there. It is going to be series of inaugurations around Europe and also in America. Into I want to slowly we are beginning to know say Ghana there oba asase ya bon ban pa the Volta region, and we are ready to build and protect the Volta region, because here man ho kwan a galamsey asefo no omo be penetrate abese ya asase no nti ye na yetu kwan kakra wa abrochire ye na asebio ya be hu nyoma kakra ye be hu sene a sebia yetumi bo oman ho ban ebo ekuro ho ban no ye pese ye de ya adwene ene nyansa na ye sika kakra ye nya no ebebo den awonaman no ho ban ye pese ye be see hotels ye pese ye direct a tourist attraction to the Volta region, because in Ghana today that is the only place ubetumaka se makọ manum nsupa Mako me who say in Fremapa ebo. Mako me who say beach the tuami. Mako me who say ahadie hadjo. Where any baby obia epese oko. Inti I'm going to be part of this. It is the Manchester group. I want a 4 group. I a friend of the Manchester Airway group. The inauguration is on the 11th of October 2025. I'll be there. The Bank of Ghana governor will be there. The Volta regional minister will be there. We also have a couple of MPs representing on the 11th of October. I'll be reminding you every single week. Ghana for they are changing things and we are going to take over our own land. Protect it to serve Ghana, our motherland. Yejuma, yeso, yedino. Now, and a Friday. And a Friday, open lakefront, beach, papa, wa Ghana, ayanguna memu, efa. I want to ensure that a poor lake wo a people papa wo a bepo papa wo e dey na wa hunu memu a se bi obroni pa onya e dey investor na wa brochi ade be kwa hunu memu a e bebi a obegine bia obetumi dua de bebi a obegine bia obetumi di boat si wo bebi a obegine bia obetumi di ade mo a mo besa mo to yacht e de ba Ghana no it is on that lake, the Volta lake, and then a yacht between Gina so. Into our memory, dear, you cannot bypass Awuna and develop anywhere. And it's we are coming together, bringing tourism, Ghana tourism, no, the face, no, ebe the Volta region, and we are committed to this. I am committed. I want my mom in the future to say, this is where I grew up. Aha. And I said, you furu mashe. We are watch that. So into we are going to build it. I am from one. They are not interested in Galamsey. Ahemfo mo ahuna memu no omo bo asase no ho ban ahemfo mo amena memu no omo ntina ho ene omo kurofo enkom tirimbom enya galamsey na omo ndan mo ho be yete said omo nya galamsey ahemfo mo ahuna memu no omo do omo kuro omo do nsuo no sebio enya asase eso nenso nyame nyansa ode ama omo no omo nim se sa obo oman ho ban na obo nsuo ho ban a obebo nkofo ho ban eni ntina ahunafo ahemfo nyansafo no omo bo nsuo ho ban a omo mpene ema obi enkoye de galamsey ewa amena memu